What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a new series here on the channel. This is the Holler. So this map is a unique kind of map. I'm sure you've seen the map tours of it around YouTube in the farm sim community. It's got a bunch of blank empty farms around the map. Now, by the time this episode comes out, you guys will have seen the time-lapse build of this farm that I will be basing all of my work out of. Now, we do have our own fields. We have another plot of land that has an empty slot on it. And we're going to be building either a cow farm or a sheep farm. I haven't decided quite yet on what I want to do with that. I think it's probably going to be a cow farm. Just because milk is a really good source of income. But we have a bunch of fields, so let's actually take a look at the map here. And this is the map. From my understanding, it's like a Tennessee, Kentucky kind of inspired map. No location in particular. But you got your little town up here. You got the store, your fast food restaurant, the feed mill, gas station, spinnery, dairy, animal dealer, lime station, co-op, another co-op, and the debris crusher in town. Now you have another feed mill over here. And that is it. All of this stuff you see over here is what I've placed on the map, and we have a bunch of starting equipment because of the particular kind of playthrough that I'm going to be doing on this map. Now, right here by fields 15, 16, 17, and 18, there's a little blank open spot right there. I'll be putting in the probably the cow farm or sheep farm right in here, and I'll probably get rid of either 15 or 16 to put pastures in. That's where our equipment will go. And then we'll use 15, 18, and 17 as our source of food for the cows. It'll start out as a bit of a small operation to start. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this farm. Now, you guys have seen the video if you watched it. And I showed some screenshot or little shots, photo shots of it there at the end. But yeah, this is the house. You can't go in it. Got the little garage. You might recognize this from Farmville, North Carolina map. So we have this. Now we have some stuff inside of here. Let's go ahead and open these up. We'll take a look. So first up over here we have the this is a modded John Deere the XUV 865E. So we got the camo wrap on it. We got the custom wheels, the mesh doors, cover, and all that stuff, and a little bit of a lift on it. So we'll use that just to kind of get around, pull little stuff around if we need to. Now this series, we're going to be using the Ram. This is the Ram. What is this? The 3500, I believe. Yeah, 3500. Heavy duty Cummins turbo diesel. So it has a plow mount. We have a plow over in one of the other garages. We'll take a look at that. I never noticed this before. Okay, you can't do anything with it. But yeah, it's the dually aftermarket tires and all that stuff on it. It's a very nice truck. So that is that. Now let's go ahead over here. You see some stuff sitting outside. I've got a little flatbed trailer here with a gooseneck that we can use to pull behind the Dodge to haul, maybe some bags of stuff or something like that around, whatever we need to, smaller equipment or anything like that. Over here I have our low loader. This is the Landau. It's another mod, and it looks like it has the extendable sides and stuff. I haven't really messed with it all that much. I just bought it and placed it here. So yeah, that's what we have to haul our big equipment around if we need to move it farther across the map, and we don't want to take forever to get there. So we have our Mack to pull it with. We have a grain trailer, the Wilson grain trailer. And we have another flatbed right here to haul other equipment if we need to. So that right there is mostly for, you'll see some of the bigger tractors in there that I have mostly for those. This is for some of the smaller tractors if we need to move them, multiple tractors to a location. But yeah, let's move on. This is the new Aggie Sentinel, I guess quote unquote DLC. You have to download through like Giant's website, and they send you an email and all that stuff to download it. But very nice buildings. I went ahead and threw one of these down. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. Now you might notice I'm running New Holland stuff. I have a bunch of New Holland stuff in here, as well as other places around the farm. I'm using some other brands, kind of mixing it up a little bit outside of my comfort zone with a lot of this stuff. So we have this big guy right here, the 988-4. We have this one right here, the T9700. Behind that, this is a mod. It's a seed handler. Yeah, so I could run seed, to the seeder and all that stuff. We have our big New Holland sprayer. We are going to be getting into grapes and olives at some point. So we have our grape and olive harvesters, as well as the pruner. And we have, where is it? Okay, this trailer right here is, I believe, for part of the grape technology, as well as that one right there. Could be the other way around. But anyways, we'll get into all that. We also have the fertilizer for the grapes and olives. So, coming out of here, let's actually go this way. Very nice building. Let's go over here to this building. Now, right here, we have the T8 with the dual rear wheel setup. It's maxed out on the horsepower. And then we have the T7 with just your standard wide tires with all the horsepower and all that stuff. We have some pretty good options as far as tractors to use. And let's go out this way. These buildings right here are also mods. You can find them, I believe, in the Mod Hub. They may be in there. It was either Mod Hub or Mod Network that I found some of this stuff. But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and pop these doors open and take a look at what we have in here. Now you can see we got these racks in here. I've got all of our front loader attachments up on top of the shelf. As well as one down there, simply because it just, whenever I would put it up there, it would kind of flop forward. So I was like, you know what, I'll put it down there at the bottom. But we could store like, big bags and seed and fertilizer and all kinds of stuff in here as we need to. So right here we have the T6 New Holland with a front loader on it. I've got just the basic commuter wheels because I don't plan on really using this to do any farming. This is just kind of like a farmhand tractor to do the small stuff, move things around whenever needed and whatnot. Same with this one right here. This is the T4. This is a mod, and it is in the Mod Hub. And we have the front loader on this one as well. I like this tractor because it has this open air, cockpit. There's no, cabin or anything on it. Very nice. We also have a 650, the Agco 650 weight for this one. We got the 1100 Agco for this one. And here's our plow mount. I don't know if this will mount to the truck. We'll have to see. If not, then we can always attach it to one of our various tractors around the farm. So we are running the Massey Ferguson Ideals as far as our grain crop, like wheat and all that stuff, barley, canola. That's what we're going to be running for the harvesting equipment for that stuff. So if we come over here, we have two of them, the 9Ts, because we have some pretty good size fields on this one. So I figured, you know what, I could have one going on a course play, on another field or something, and I could be working on another one. So I got the two headers, the trailers, and everything for it to go along with it. Now, I love this building because it has this big, not that one. It has this big bay door right here. Makes it very easy to get these headers in and out. Now I do have the trailers as well. They're just a bit of a pain to kind of back up, so I went ahead and stuck them in this building so I could, just flip the harvester around, pick it up, and go if I need to. So yeah, let's see. That road goes around to the backside of the giant, massive silo setup that we have over there. We'll get to that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and check out this building. This one has a front and back entrance. So for our corn, and if we do sunflower, which I don't know, we may do sunflower at some point. But this is going to be primarily for our corn. So we got the John Deere set up. This is the X9. Very nice setup. It's got the foldable corn header. So back here, I mixed it up a little bit with what I'm using for my seeders and my planters. Now this one might be familiar to a lot of you as far as the John Deere stuff goes. This is not the base game. It's basically the base game John Deere, but with the additional fertilizer ability on it. So then we're going to be running, that's the planter. Then we're going to be running the Amazon big seeder. So now one thing to note is I'm waiting for the the dry crop add-on by Fusion Simulations to be released. As far as I know, the last I heard, it was still in testing. It's going to be a couple of days before this video is released from the time that I'm recording it, so that may be changed by the time this video comes out. But I do want to do anhydrous. I've never messed with anhydrous on FS19 or anything, so I think it'll be interesting to mix it up and do some anhydrous for a change. Let's open this back door. As you can see, we got a little bit of a big pull-out area here. And then this road, it's a little wonky. I still got to touch up a couple of areas. But this basically just wraps around the silos. And I'll show you that on the other side over here once we get down that way. So here's the back of the house. I decorated it up with some fence. I was thinking about putting like a little patio area right here with some stuff just to kind of decorate it up. May still do that. Not 100% sure. Everything you see here on the farm, the placements of the buildings, particular buildings that are being used, and all of that is always subject to change. So, if something happens to one of these buildings and I end up not liking it or whatever, then I can always change it out. So, this is kind of going to be like a forever evolving kind of map because of the particular type of map that it is. So, yeah, we got this big open grass area right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I just left it open for now. May add some more buildings if we need to. Maybe like an anhydrous area. Like a shed to store all of it in, and our tanks and all that stuff to fill and all that. So, right here we have a seed fill point. Now the silo is empty. Now I know there are the ones that you can place down and just buy directly from your farm, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have to bring the product back here to store in our storage to be able to use from there. I think it's a little bit more realistic. But yeah, so we have we got our seed, we have our fertilizer, and we have our lime. All three are empty at the moment. So actually, hold on, let me see if I hit R. I can fill it from here if I wanted to. That's interesting. Now you might see that we have, $10 million. I'm not going to be super strict on how we do the money on this playthrough because of the particular type of series this is going to be, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But yeah, here's our giant silos. This can hold like some ridiculous amount of crop, so like 16 million or something like that. But yeah, we have our fill point, we have our dump point, and then the road just loops back around to the other side. Now I thought about maybe even adding a loop right here so I can just turn around and come back out this way. But for now, I'll just leave it the way it is. Now, you might see some of this equipment sitting out here out in the open, and that's because some of it's going to be moved over to the animal farm. And I have not set that up over there. I want to do that on camera with you guys. I don't know if that's going to be this episode. Maybe this episode, maybe next episode. We'll see. So we have a fuel tank over here, and this is the same thing. I have to bring the fuel here and fill up this storage tank. Now, I can also buy it right here, 34,000 for 25,000 liters of fuel. So we got a little pressure washer over here. We have our water tank, or a water tanker, and we also have our animal trailer. Now, speaking of water tank, the water tower just there on the other side of the farm is our water fill point. So yeah, we got a little pressure washer. There's nothing in here because I want to keep this empty for quick access, easy access for repair shop stuff. So this part is empty. Now over here, I also have a New Holland skid steer. Now I have the bucket, pallet forks, and a trailer mover right there. So that's what we got going on over here. We'll go ahead and close that up. And we'll go ahead and close that up since we're not going in there. So, real quick, let's take a look at what we have out here. We have the mixer. We have our baler that does round bales and wraps in one shot. So that's awesome. We have our windrower. I love this windrower, actually. I've used it a couple of times in some contract jobs on other saves, and I actually really like this one. So yeah, this is our weeder. Oh, it's the hoe. So we got this one. I know there's, or no, this isn't the, no. What is this? The fan, oh, this is the tedder. Yeah, this is the tedder. So if we need to dry out some grass or anything like that. Then we have our mower set up. We got the Batwing John Deere mod for our deck mower. And let's take a look over here. One last thing on the outside. And that is our round bale trailer autoloader. Well, it's not really autoloader, but anyways. Yeah, this is our trailer for our round bales. So, yeah, that's nice to have. And then if we open this up, you can see we have all kinds of goodies in here. We have a very, very big cultivator in here for our bigger fields. This is our hoe right here. We have a mulcher. We have a stone picker. We have a grass field roller. We have a big roller for our fields, for our bigger fields, and then the smaller roller for the smaller fields, just for easy maneuverability. We have our plow over here in case you want to extend or connect any fields. Periodic plowing is turned on, so we may end up using that to plow some fields at some point. Then we have a smaller Limkin cultivator right here for the smaller fields. Now, this right here is our slurry tank, and this will be moved over to the animals as well. So then we have our Amazon spreader, so we can do lime, fertilizer, whatever we need to with this. And that is it for the equipment. Now, let's actually do some work, huh? What do you say we do some work? I am thinking we go ahead and throw some seed down. Now, what we need to do first is I should have just left that one of those doors open because we're going to need to get in there. So I think I'm going to hop into maybe this one? Let's go ahead and hop into this New Holland. And we're going to go ahead and go pick up our fertilizer, or a spreader, and we'll get some lime. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the tanks that we have here with lime and fertilizer and seed. So we'll get backed up here to the door because I think it's on this side. How's everybody doing out there, by the way? Hopefully you're doing wonderful. I am doing absolutely fantastic. So let's get backed up here to this. Alright. See if we can get out of here. Very nice. I did change it from green to blue to match our New Holland stuff. So from here, we're going to go ahead and do the lime. Let's go ahead and fill our lime. Let's go ahead and buy that. Yes. Go ahead and buy fertilizer. And let's go ahead and buy our seed. Now we should probably think about putting liquid storage on here somewhere for like liquid fertilizer and herbicide if we ever want to use that. But for now we'll be okay with this. So what's the button? There's the button. So let's get pulled up underneath this and go ahead and get filled up with lime. And we'll probably go ahead and just start on field 6 and maybe go to field 7. Those are our big fields. This might take a minute to fill up. Alright, we are filled up with lime. And I'm thinking about actually fast forwarding time. Let's take a look here at the calendar. So I do not want to do canola. I want to go straight to corn. And actually maybe a field of barley. I'm thinking maybe a field of barley. Or wheat. One of the two. So we'll go ahead and actually keep the time where it's at. And possibly throw one of those two, wheat or barley, on one of these big fields. So yeah, this is a very nice map. Absolutely love it. And I did turn off the traffic because I will be setting up some auto drive courses and whatnot. This is kind of going to be a series of, let's just have fun with the game. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Now I do have precision farming disabled for this, simply because I don't want to have to worry about soil samples. And I have precision farming going on our Western Wilds survival map. So if you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you in. Appreciate you stopping by to check out the video. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Comment down below with anything. Any suggestions, tips, or anything. And that's very much appreciated. It helps the video out a lot. So yeah, this will get done pretty quick. I'm thinking about actually just crossing over to the other. Yeah, let's just go ahead and keep going with these two big fields. Let's get back over this way before we miss some of the edge. I'm thinking maybe I should have got the T9 out. It might run a little bit faster, but I think we'll be okay with this. It's got a pretty wide spread on this thing, so I think we'll be all right. But yeah, we'll get down here to the end and turn. Make a turn. I think we'll probably actually just go ahead and do that right there. And you got to be careful on this map. There's ditches and stuff on the sides of the roads. This is not a good spot to be with the spread on this thing, so let's get it moved over here. Get it backed up. Right there might be a good spot. There we go. Very nice. Let's get turned around so we can see the direction that we're going a little bit easier. Yeah, this thing holds a lot of product, so we're not going to be running out of lime as quick as we typically would on other situations with other spreaders. But now this field, or this house and building and stuff up ahead here is one of the areas that we can work on later. And I have an idea for how we may do the going around and building the farms, and it involves the interaction of you guys in the comments and possibly some posts and stuff in the community hub on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know, I may do one this episode. I'm not going to work on a farm this episode, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes at the end. I don't want to make this a super long episode for the first official episode. This is episode 1, and the farm build was actually episode 0. And that was actually kind of a last minute decision to hit record on that and do a time lapse for you guys on it. So all right, I will go ahead and get these fields knocked out real quick and bring you guys back in here in just a second. Alright, I just used up the last little bit of lime on these 4 fields over here. This is the area that we're going to be doing the cow or sheep farm. And we may get rid of one of these smaller fields over here to make some room for some pastures, or maybe both of them, get rid of some room for the pastures and combine those 2 fields. But I went ahead and limed them anyways. So those are done. I'm going to have to flatten out some areas up to the road to make that cross a little bit easier. But we'll head back to the farm here. And I think I may go ahead and cultivate the fields. And I'll break the big tractor out for that. And get the big cultivator out and do that. So we need to get over here and wash this. I am going to make it a habit to wash all of the equipment as we're done using it. I don't know why I'm checking for traffic. I have it disabled. So I got to touch up some areas right here by the road with the grass and everything. But no big deal. Can take care of that real easy. I do have the free landscaping mod installed, which will also be installed on the Western Wild series as well, per your guys' request, along with auto-loading with the poll that we did. So we'll get over here and let's get this washed up. About right there should be good. Just leave it running for now. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited about this new series. I also did throw a poll up as far as which out of the 2 other series, Farmville, North Carolina, and Middleburg, would you like to see replaced? And there were some very interesting results. Talk about those here in just a second. Alright, that's good enough. Go ahead and put that up and get this back into the slot here. But yeah, so the results of that poll on which series you guys would like to see replaced. Here's the thing. It was so close Like, I mean, it was very, very close. Um, and what I kind of gathered from that poll is that the general consensus is that you guys want to see a new series. So some of you, most of you wanted to get rid of Farmville, and the other majority of you wanted to get rid of the Middleburg roleplay. And there was a decent amount that wanted to keep both, and a pretty good amount that wanted to get rid of both. So I think I've made a decision on what we're gonna do as far as that. Now, I'm not saying that neither one of those series will ever return. I do have the saves and everything still available. Actually, let's go take a look in the garage. That's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Go in here. So this, large tractors. This is 435 horsepower, and our cultivator takes 500. So we need to either run that one or that one, and I think we're just going to run this one because it has plenty of extra horsepower to get rid of, or get the job done as far as cultivating. So we'll go ahead and close this garage up. We'll go ahead and close this one up as well. And we don't need to come into here for this. So we'll just get all these doors closed up. Alright. I'll close those up at the end. But, yeah, so the general consensus was that you guys wanted to see a new series. So I went ahead and fired this one up. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. That is very loud. This is a very loud tractor. My goodness. I'll have the volume adjusted for you guys in the edit. But, yeah. So, this is the new series that we're going with. I have had my eye on this map since it was released. And been kind of itching to get on here and play it. Now, one thing to note about this map is there's pretty much no logging. Like, all the trees, there's no pine trees or anything like that. So, if we wanted to do some logging, then we would have to plant those pine trees in and do the logging that way. And the only way to get the sawmill, I believe, is to add a modded sawmill in. So I do have some of those. This is going to be very interesting to get out of here. I may need to park this somewhere else. There we go, we got it out. But, yeah, so I don't really care to do logging on this one. It'll be interesting eventually to do, like, furniture and stuff. Because the ability is there for all of your basic crops and productions. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at on that. And this might be actually a kind of long episode now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and cultivate these fields and come back and talk about the future of this series and go from there. So let me get this done real quick, and I'll bring you guys back in here in just a second. Alright, we got those fields finished up, and I actually ended up breaking out this tractor with the smaller cultivator, so we could get those smaller fields over there done just a little bit more efficiently, while the other one was working on the big fields on a course play. and got everything back over here to the farm. I went ahead and washed up the big tractor and the big cultivator and got that put away. So we'll get this washed up here. As you can see, it's nighttime, so it took a while to get that done. But I also have it on 5 times speed, so it wasn't too bad. Now getting this cultivator back in here is probably going to be a pain, but we'll give it a shot. See if we can get it in there. This is probably not the best placement for the cultivators, to be honest. So I may end up moving some equipment around in between episodes, or whenever we get the cow farm set up, we may end up moving some stuff. So that wasn't too bad. We got it in here. We'll go ahead and pull on out of here and get these doors closed. Go ahead and shut that off. Close up that one. Now I don't know. I think these buildings right here have lights. I don't have them turned on. But that's okay. No big deal at all. I did put some lighting around the farm while building it, so looks like it lit up the general main areas of the farm, which is nice. So we can always use our headlights, which I don't really play at night all that much, only if I'm working the fields or something into the night. I try not to record too much at night as well, because it's kind of hard to see on video. But we'll get this backed in here. We actually got a little bit of room over here, so we may end up moving those cultivators over here. But we'll get this part, turn these lights off, shut the engine off, and get that door closed. Let's go sleep through the night real quick. Yeah, so this water tower is just a water fill point. I don't have to bring water or nothing to it, so let's go ahead and close up these garage doors as well. Alright, get, let's see, yes, 8 a.m. We'll just sleep till 8 a.m. Call that good. So, we'll, let's take a run over to the fields real quick, so you can see the big fields are all cultivated. And all 4 of the little fields are cultivated. A couple of spots. I'm going to have to back this field up off of these telephone poles just a little bit. So I may do that in between episodes before we do anything else on the fields. So yeah, as I said earlier, this is going to be where the cow or sheep farm is going to be. So we're going to put one over here in either this field, a pasture over here, or a pasture over there. But I did go ahead and just lime and cultivate both of them, and then we'll have our sheds and stuff for the equipment right here in the middle. We may end up doing a cow pasture there and a sheep pasture over there. I don't know. It's kind of an idea. But that'll have to be decided either next episode or episode 3. So yes, I do have player speed installed just to get around a little bit faster. Like I said, I'm not going to be super strict on rules and stuff on this one. This is just kind of to have fun and enjoy the game for what it has to offer. Yeah, so we're into September, which means it is time for, if we go into escape there, go to the menu. Of course, it's going to save. Let's see. We go into the calendar. No, calendar. Here we go. So we could do either wheat or barley. We could still get some canola down, but we're not going to. I think one of the big fields we're going to do either wheat or barley, and then the other field, the other big field, we're going to do not oats, corn. We're going to do corn. So we'll do corn, and then maybe before we do corn, we'll throw down some oats in one of the other fields, like the smaller fields. and we do absolutely need to get some grass going as well. So we'll look into all of that. But that'll have to be in the next episode. We are out of time for this one. This one might be a little bit long. We'll have to see when I get done editing it. But that is going to do it for this one, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Feel free to comment down below with any tips or suggestions or anything. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.